Hello and welcome to today's video. On this day, I was really needing a bright pop of color, so I decided to swatch Captain Howdy by Glam Polish. I bought this for Black Friday. This was one of the polishes stuck in the Canada Post strike limbo, and I will give all of the mail services their due. These polishes all made it to me intact. I definitely appreciated that. Captain Howdy is a saturated green with blue shimmer and red metallic glitter in several sizes. I think this color looks like seafoam if it were just this side of neon. The shimmer is not the main character here. It is present but not visually forceful. I don't want to call it subtle because you can definitely tell it's there and that it's blue. The main attraction is the base color and glitter. This polish is my kind of garish. The crelly formula is perfect to let us have some excellent color without obscuring the glitter. No notes, absolute perfection, complete satisfaction with the result. I am painting pretty thin here because I want to make sure I can see those glitter through the layers. I find painting thin also helps with keeping glitter and flakes from dragging. It just dries faster. While I'm filming, I give my thumb 3 minutes to dry. I'm not the best at floating my brush, so I need to make sure it's dried enough that I'm not going to pull the previous coat. I usually do a gentle tap test before beginning my next coat to ensure I feel satisfied with the dryness. When I'm not on camera, by the time I've painted all 10 fingers, the first finger is usually dry enough to start the next coat. But that natural timing just doesn't exist when I'm only painting my thumb on camera. Now that I'm applying the second coat, I think you can see the little speckles of the blue shimmer. It gives the polish some dimension and interest in various lighting. I had some high hopes for this one, and it was exactly the fun, happy polish that I wanted. It did its job of lifting my spirits very well. This was the first time I changed my setup to let me see my thumbnail better while painting, and I hope to keep doing this because I think I was steadier and managed to stay within the bounds of my nail. I had to clean up at the end of my thumb where I dinged it when capping my tip, but that was it. I'm sure this promise of a bright new future of clean painting on camera definitely won't fail to materialize immediately, because it's not like I have other manicures already filmed or anything like that. I think I missed a little piece of my nail in that third coat. I didn't even notice until I was editing the footage for this video. The patch is in the middle, but just slightly toward the bottom of the screen if you're looking for it. I think if you were more generous while painting, you could get away with 2 coats. This polish does require a glitter smoother or 2 coats of top coat. I prefer the glitter smoother because 2 coats of top coat can shrink on me. I know it takes longer to dry, but I'm willing to make that trade-off. And the glitter is large enough in here that it is more difficult to remove. Personally, I only start to care about removal time when we're getting into gel polish. You've probably noticed that the light in the sunshot is maybe not the brightest. It took a couple of days to find any sunlight, and it was in the late afternoon, so the sun was closer to the horizon. The same is true for the sun and shade shot, so it's not as bright as I would have liked, but it's what we had. I think you get a good idea of the base color here and how the red metallic glitter interacts with it. In the sun, the shimmer is more of a vague blue glow, but once we're into the shade, you can see some of the little blue particles individually. Again, the shimmer is more of a background note than a foreground feature. I did want to mention the new Glam brush before I ran out of time in this video. I placed this order before the announcement, so I was expecting the skinny brush. I like the old Glam brush. I expect my next order will have paddle brushes in it, and then I'll be able to assess how I feel about them, and I can make a decision about buying replacements for my existing bottles at that point. But I'm not going to rush out and buy them because I don't hate these brushes. I think they work well with the formula of Glam polish, where I always replace my Cirque brushes. I think my artificial light shot has warped the color just a little. As usual, the window is off to my right and the incandescents are to my left. When I'm facing the window on the right, I think the color is quite accurate. But as I pull over to the left, the polish turns into a dusty teal rather than a saturated mint. In person, you would never mistake this polish for a teal. It is clearly a mint. I would trust the color in the other shots more. And that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe so that I can swindle some plutonium out of a local Libyan gang and put the finishing touches on my DeLorean weather machine that will let me get convenient and extended sunlight shots for these videos. Please enjoy a clip of my squirrel giving us a very detailed cold shoulder. You've probably noticed that the light isn't particularly bright as we've been looking at the full... Damn it. Can't talk. I don't know how words work anymore. My brain is mush.